Welcome to the Knights of the Realm. Tonight is a zombie-themed episode where we will be talking about the mid-season premiere of The Walking Dead. Also, sticking with the theme, we will be discussing which games we will bring back from the dead if we could. We're going to start with Dennis.
My thoughts for the new... Wow, okay. My thoughts for the new episode were actually... I really liked it. I liked the fact that you got to be able to see Michonne's background, figure out who the hell those zombies were to begin with. And it's kind of sad that everybody's not there. Joe?
It was a good episode.
No, solid.
This is a solid review.
Solid review. Yummy.
Solid review. Alright, because Sean hasn't seen it, right? So let's clarify it.
Yeah.
Sean and Andrew have not seen The Walking Dead.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
episode.
So their opinions don't
Their
opinions don't matter.
It was a good episode.
Solid.
Alright.
No spoilers here,
Could
guys.
use that.
My main theme for this episode is Carl is stupid. That's what I'm gonna go with. He did a bunch of crazy little kid things. Almost got himself eaten up by a zombie. Lost his shoe.
Twice.
He lost his shoe.
Lost his one shoe twice.
Yeah. And then he wrote on the door, all willy-nilly, ha ha ha, my shoe is in here.
Not
Zombie
me.
ate
I bet he's gonna do that more often. Though. He's gonna write on like whenever he almost dies, he's gonna write it like I almost died here.
You think
That's
that's
the
a
LOL.
That's the zombie apocalypse form of Twitter, I guess.
That's how they do it.
Update. Here's my shoe.
They're gonna do like word searches, like just write them on the concrete.
Uh,
Sweet word search! I've been looking for something
I
fun.
liked how he said like he was acting like a kid, because when he was standing there and giving that speech to Rick while he was in his coma, I was just thinking, this is showing so much that he is not ready to even be an adult, because all he was doing was putting the blame on his dad. He blamed his dad for everything that had happened, and anyone can tell you, first rule about being an adult is you take your own responsibility. So I thought that carried a long way, and then kind of Rick flipped it on me when he said, well, now you're an adult. And I was like, Rick, you don't know.
You don't know, Rick.
don't know, Rick.
Rick, you were in a mini coma. How do you know?
You're setting yourself up to get hurt there, buddy. So I kind of that's the one thing I probably didn't like is when he tried to acknowledge, let's say that Carl had grown up. That wasn't something that sat too cool with me.
So,
But all the killing, did y'all see Michonne go crazy?
She went
if you actually
buck wild.
watched the episode, you saw it. So.
No, it's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
it was
If
pretty
you
great.
didn't. If you didn't.
Yeah,
What if
no,
someone
no,
had their eyes closed and we just informed them on seeing them in, so
I
they
did.
were at the bathroom?
That's why I said I thought it was a. I gave it a total 7.9 out of 10.
Oh, rating system.
Oh, we're doing ratings now.
That's what I do. I don't know about you.
Carl's stupid. Yeah.
Carl stupid. That's it. That's
Very
the,
immature Carl.
That's it.
I almost wanted him to get eaten a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
Eh.
I was actually hoping he did. He was like, "Oh, it's right there. Oh, no, it's so close." One less bullet, and he.
One thing I noticed was that in the first season of Walking Dead, they were their nails were sharper. They could scratch you, and now it was grabbing all over Carl and no scratch.
Well, they had mani pedis for the most part.
mani-pedis.
They all had mani pedis. None of them had long
The
hair
nails-
either.
It's true. After
like
so long, the
short
nails
hair.
could have fallen off by now. Decaying bodies. It's another thing.
That's right.
I mean,
They
come
are
on,
the
there's so
Walking
many
Dead.
variables.
You know, honestly,
So
wouldn't their teeth fall out by now? And they would be like,
I liked how-
it feels kind of
like a nursing home.
Yeah, right there, right there.
spot. Just keep gnawing on it. Just
Their
watch out for
enamel
open
gets
cuts.
stronger.
Their
Stronger
enamel.
enamel.
I'm glad Dennis brought up the whole Michonne's backstory, because I know that is a character everyone has just been dying to see something from and get something out of her, and they finally gave you something, and I loved how they did it in the dream sequence. It was literally like a real dream. You saw the world start changing and the other components coming in from other different stuff. So
I actually thought I was watching an episode of Lost.
it was
As soon as it went into the dream sequence, I was like, "Holy crap, I'm lost!
Yeah.
Where
What's
am
going
I?
on? I'm lost.
What's going
You're
on?
No,
Yeah.
Walking Dead's lost. I'm not
I'm
lost.
not
If
lost.
J.J. Abrams come in and guest right on this one.
J.J. Abrams.
Did a great job.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
I liked Michonne's flashback. That was definitely a key point.
And I think after that episode, we are one step closer to seeing either Rick or Carl die. One of the two.
I swore
think.
Rick was dead.
That's
I was like,
somebody mean is gonna definitely.
It's actually
Yeah.
it's actually one of the points I had. I said the focus on the focus on this Walking Dead, besides Carl being stupid, was what would the Walking Dead be without Rick? Like I think that's kind of like what they focused on for me. I think it allowed the viewers to get a taste of like what the show would actually be like if Rick wasn't part of it, and like made you. I think everybody knew that Rick was going to live.
It kind of looks like a failure, though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
if it wasn't
exactly.
there, it's like, this is kind of like this.
I think everybody knew Rick was not going to die, but it made you wonder, especially when like Carl was about to shoot him when he was waking up.
yeah, I was like,
From
oh
his-
man,
I
he
would've
really
been scared
did.
His
shitless
Walker coma,
at
I
that point.
swear.
Like if he just like, I
I
would
know.
have been like, oh crap.
Dude, yeah.
Not a
It's
great
game
scene.
over.
He was definitely a walker for at least 3 seconds.
Yeah.
they're just gonna be like, hey, how's it going? And, like,
Well, he
start
was
attacking
he
him.
was wheezing like a walker, like
Yeah,
the
that's what I
entire
noticed.
show.
And I'm
yeah.
like, man, there's something not right with this.
Carl,
And when he didn't wake up from the coma, I'm like, honestly, if you're in a coma like that, wouldn't you be out for like at least a couple days?
Yeah,
Who
he
knows?
was.
It's like
He could have just
2
passed out
days
from
almost.
all that pain. I guess.
All that pain.
Long enough to eat 116 ounces of
112.
112 ounces of chocolate pudding.
that wasn't in your
Which-
notes. You got that wrong.
With the
Ah,
100.
no.
Well, oh yeah, yeah.
He was pretty close.
The
Write that
details.
down.
Bill Cosby.
Rick was
Well, I'm
actually
talking my head
he
here.
was actually secretly pissed that all the chocolate pudding was gone because that's what his favorite was. He said it in the interview. No, he didn't. But if he did,
But if
that-
he did,
He did.
that's what he would have said. If he just said it.
and I think the whole over the top portion of this episode was the head. I don't know if I can I say a spoiler?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is going to air. This airs on Sunday, the right before the next one.
Herschel's head when
Yes.
Michonne went up and silenced Herschel.
Yeah, I nobody wants to see her.
I actually thought that
Because
was
Herschel
great.
was my favorite character.
You
on
like
the
that?
show.
I thought it was like a second send off. It was like just one. You know what? Hey guys, one last time.
You gotta
There
make
he
sure,
is,
make
you
sure
know?
you remember him for.
Yeah.
He's just a head.
That's what
It was pretty weird.
that was the
Yeah.
first thing I wrote down. I was like Herschel's head, second send
He
off.
lost his leg and he lost his head, but he never lost his dignity.
Very true. Very true.
Tough old man. I'll
Man,
give him that.
I don't know. I didn't want to see Herschel like that. I don't think anybody wants to see Herschel like that.
No.
Herschel was
I
my
mean, they had to
favorite.
give him closure though. You can't just leave it. Oh well. He
I know.
died.
Well, that
Let's not
wasn't
go
even.
find him. Come on.
It's like, oh man, I don't even want that closure. You're going to see him just get stabbed in the face as a zombie.
But I definitely believe someone is going in the next episode. That's my from the
You think someone's
previews,
gonna
and it's not gonna be. I think it's on everyone else. It's not gonna be on Rick and Carl. I think they're gonna.
That's what it
separate
looked like. Yeah.
it looks
They're
more
gonna
like a
separate it
Clement
to all the other
gag
characters lost, and they're gonna try to find each other, but they don't have the awesomeness
Well, when you-
I'm gonna-
that
Well, I'm gonna say it.
Rick has.
Where's Daryl?
Where the,
Where
They
is
showed him. They showed him
Daryl?
for like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
in
he was at
preview.
the group, right?
No, he was actually out by himself.
Oh, by
for sure.
himself.
and how many arrows does he actually have?
I want an arrow
he
count.
retrieves him. He retrieves him.
He
remember?
So what is it,
him,
like
but-
3? I mean, come on, he's like running
Yeah, he
around
has
all the time.
3.
He's gotta lose
Yeah,
some.
that's true.
You just see him shooting all the time.
Yeah.
I wanted to see more characters,
Yeah.
especially on this episode. But I thought,
Yeah.
It's
I thought it was
going
great.
personal.
I thought it was a great character-driven episode with a lot of character development to
Mhm.
definitely set up for the relationship that Carl and Rick are going to have, because Carl's transformation is apparent now. It's right there and it's happening, and
Yeah,
this
but
time he can't hide it
it-
from his dad because
It kind of looked like Carl went full circle there for that whole episode, though. He went on his own. He thought he could do it, and then he realized he couldn't, and he told Rick that. Like, I don't know.
he broke down.
Yeah, he pretty much said. I mean, like he pretty much like tried to go on his own, but he couldn't. No. Also, that like for me, I put another note about Rick as a character on the show. I don't feel like he. I think his character itself is losing interest on the show. Like he's kind of
fans are-
like Carl said. I mean, you lost your wife, you lost your kid, you lost Shane.
He
You
is nothing.
You are
what are you?
leaders.
You know
You
what
are
I'm saying?
leader.
You know what I'm
Now
saying?
you're
Dwindling
nothing.
in the background.
Yeah, he's kind of like dwindling. So I'm interested to see what they do with Rick, because the only thing he's got going for him is that he's the automatic people like him character because he's the main character. But
That goes back to what you were saying. Maybe everyone on that show's got to come to terms with the fact that at any moment they could just be written off. So
I do like the fact that they're back out on the road and they're kind of like they're kind of like don't know they don't know what to do next.
Yeah, finally we get some fresh blood, some new people.
I feel like how they wandered in this rich ass neighborhood and they're just like, hey, hang out in these big houses, chill out.
Yeah, that was actually one of my. I said a few scenes from this episode really stood out for me, and if.
Sorry.
Who's that noise? All right, so like a few scenes really stood out for me, and one of them was when Carl was walking through that really rich neighborhood, and he kind of just stopped and he went, "Cool." And I think that was just kind of him like looking around and not being in a behind bars and looking at
It
fences.
also kind of went back to Robert, him being a kid, like
that
growing
too.
up,
Yeah.
like, oh, hey,
So
it's
he's
cool. Let's
kinda
do whatever.
The
And
other
then
cool
the
scene
Xbox
when
and PlayStation and stuff like that.
yeah, when he got to see the video games and he kind of did one of those the things he'll never get to experience again because of that world now. It was a great way to just kind of throw yourself in there and just be like, man, I feel for you, kid.
Yeah.
I wish.
Especially for us, we're like, you can't play video games anymore. Oh man,
Let me tell you,
it's not a world that I want to be
I'm
in.
pretty sure some of us will be like, let's see how many car batteries we can get together
Yeah,
so we can play Xbox for like a day. We'd find a way somehow.
Would he have done it? Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
But I really think that this season opener, or a mid-season opener, is Rick and Michonne starting from base level, because they're basically nothing right now. And when Michonne kind of went through those bad dreams, it kind of reset her emotions.
Yeah, she wanted to be around
that's a good
people.
way
You know,
to put
because
it.
she was kind of at nothing, and when she had that lookalike of the zombie when she was walking with the herd, and then she just took out her her lookalike, and she was like just woke up from it.
So
And the same thing with Rick, as he was down to nothing, and then he just woke up.
I didn't look at it that way.
It's
True, it's great.
Yeah, look at that.
Rebirth
Wow.
episode.
So
That was deep.
you got one of the two main characters starting
yeah.
starting over basically, because Rick was a part of this whole group of people leading everyone, and he kind of like settled down to take care of his kid, but now that's not an option anymore.
Yeah.
So he kind of has to revamp his attitude and.
Yeah,
see
he
where it
even
goes
says
from
that
there.
it
too.
almost
Like he kind of
makes you
says
think
it.
about how well, if they all meet up back together, if they do, I mean, like how much leadership would he still have, like as a main character? Like, are they going to trust him again to?
Yeah. The last scene when Rick smiled when he checked the door was a very big scene for me. Like I thought that popped out at me because I swear I haven't seen Rick smile in the entire season or series.
Since he was about to die for a second, he was like,
Yeah.
I'll smile once.
I think that was the first time I saw Rick smile on that show.
When he couldn't even tell Carl at the beginning of the episode, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
He paused before he could even finish that statement.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's, then that scene at the end was playing off almost that, he got to the point where he couldn't even say, we're going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, he didn't even have to finally force a smile to kind of, when he saw an old friend, that's a great feeling, especially in that world, so. I thought that was awesome too, and I also liked how it ended. It's for you. I thought that was a little cool phrase to go out.
It's for you. But who do you think it is? I think it's Michonne with his shoe that he lost.
I think it's just Michonne with
I
no
think
shoe.
it's Michonne.
With no shoe. But like the reason why I thought it was because maybe she was holding up the shoe and then like
I'm gonna say
it's for you, Carl,
Michonne
because
with
it's your
the
shoe.
candlestick.
In the living room, Mr. Green.
Mr. Green. Could be. That was my second thought.
Okay, that's really good. Very educated.
Nobody else?
Anybody else have I think we're just going through our notes as a conversation. All right. Moving on, or
I think,
Yeah, I
we got a lot.
think we covered
I think we covered The Walking Dead. All in all, good
I
episode.
think I'm golden, Pony Boy.
Robert gives it a 7.9.
7.9. 7.9.
7.9.
3 reasons.
Yeah, I was gonna say reasons.
The lots of killing. I thought it was a great character-driven episode. Like I said, there was a lot of character development and just great on-screen chemistry between Carl and Rick. I thought they
They just hated each other.
they were just going back and forth so well.
Yeah.
And then obviously the third reason, you finally got to see some Michonne backstory.
Yes.
You finally got some Michonne.
I think you could probably bump it up to at least an 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So what made it a 7.9?
What is
Just
your formula?
I'm
for
not.
this?
I'm not a strong. I'm not a
One
strong
zombie didn't know how to
Carl.
get that 8.9.
I'm not a strong Carl character.
Thumbs down
So
for
even
Carl.
though it was his best episode, his probably the best he'll ever act in the whole series. I still couldn't give it all that.
Actually,
you know,
no,
I
he
wanted.
did- he did
I
do
just
very
wanted
good.
more, and especially for it being a series mid-season. I'm sorry, what
Mid-season
premiere. For that being at that type of episode, I wanted a lot more.
I wanted
and that,
more,
and that
too.
was the other thing. It fell short of the
Focusing
bar.
on
where I
just
wanted.
3 characters wasn't
So
enough.
that
You got to
was.
think of how many people they have now. Like they're all spread out. You
Hey.
can't bring it all at once.
Yeah.
It's not the
It's only
fans'
like
problem.
what 43 minutes. That's a lot of.
That's
Lot
not
to
our
cover.
problem.
Yeah, if you
man.
covered
It's true.
everyone,
But I
it'd
do
be so
agree.
confusing.
I do agree. I've been waiting since
Something
what,
like 3 minutes
October
for every
or
character.
November,
It's been.
and I was expecting a lot more. But it was good.
Does that
Good
answer your
episode.
question, Stephen?
Oh, yeah. Good. I
What is your
appreciate that.
format? Why did it get that 8.0? Why, where was that 1 point?
Don't question. Don't question.
Anyways, this has been the Knights of the Round. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Toodles!
See ya.